In San Antonio, Texas, just kicked off the first press conference. Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach. Great fight.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't expect that fight. It was a little bit shocking. Just talk to us about this fight that we're going to have here in San Antonio, Texas.
It's kind of, we both had hoped to fight Gervonta Davis at one time. And there's not a whole lot of guys you can really make good fights with that are available. So when we were presented with Lamont Roach, here's the guy that most people think beat Gervonta Davis. We did a heck of a job with Gervonta. So now you have two guys, high risk, high reward type fight. Whoever wins the fight is going to be, on the bigger and greener pastures. And if you don't, well, then you're back wherever. But in this day and age where boxing's at, you have to step up and you got to take risk,
Lamont Roach is going up to 140. Pitbull Cruz, his last performance have been victories. I want to touch back on what you just said about, Lamont Roach's fight versus Gervonta. Did you see him winning, or how did you score that fight overall?
We sat 5 feet from the ring. Isak was right there, so he watched it up close and personal. I didn't really score it while I was there. Both had their moments. Could have been a draw. Yeah, could have went either way, but it wasn't like... It was controversial because of Gervonta turning and taking the knee. That would have gave Roach the decision. But I thought it was highly competitive, but different styles, right? Gervonta doesn't throw a lot of punches, looks to catch guys with one shot. So it can look like he's doing less and losing rounds when he's landing the bigger shots. So overall, yeah, you could have definitely gave the fight to Lamont.
Buckle up, guys. Today we're diving into a matchup that no one saw coming. Pitbull Cruz versus Lamont Roach. This clip sets the tone with Sean Gibbons reacting to a fight that caught everyone off guard. Two hungry fighters, both with unfinished business and big ambitions, now colliding in a high-risk bout. When opportunity knocks in boxing, it rarely leaves room for...
I spoke to both of them, obviously, just moments ago, and I said, there's one thing you have in common. You haven't got that rematch versus Gervonta.
Right.
Regardless of, moving forward, whatever happens on December 6th, do you feel that the rematch versus Gervonta could happen to both sides, either or, given it was going to take place with Gervonta taking that exhibition fight versus Jake Paul?
Yeah, it could, but we're not basing what we do anymore on Gervonta Davis. If we win this fight, we are going to be that kind of, when I say new face, there's never going to be a Canelo, just like never be like a Chavez Sr. But right now, Mexico is looking for that next guy to really get behind, and they love Isak. And Isak's been right there to the mountain, right? He was right there with the Jose Valenzuela fight that he was about to step in and really make a difference with that, being the face of Mexico boxing. So yeah, this is definitely his moment.
Yeah, obviously with Canelo, his last performance against Crawford, and now, the torch, somebody has to take that torch, right? So Pitbull could be a perfect, ideal fighter for the Mexican people.
He could be.
It'll be amazing to see that as well.
All right, guys, here's where things get heated. Gibbons breaks down Roach's razor-close bout with Gervonta Davis, a ringside view that suggests Roach may have edged it. Was it a draw? A win stolen? The uncertainty adds fuel to the fire, and suddenly Roach's credibility skyrockets. This isn't just a fight anymore. It's redemption in the making. When fights are...
Switching the page, Manny Pacquiao earlier today came out with some news with industry media that he said that January 24th, he's going to return again to the ring. No opponent has been named. What are the, what's the status of that right now? Because I know also they're saying that Rolly Romero is like in front line to have that fight versus Manny Pacquiao.
Again, it's no secret, right? In this day and age, and all this fucking media that's like instant. Absolutely. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, maybe. No, he is definitely. If you look at all the guys that are out there and available, he's the guy that has the belt. If he didn't have the belt, we wouldn't be looking at Rolly Romero, right? But Manny having that WBA belt, which he won at 140, won it at 47. He had it when he beat Keith Thurman, become the oldest champion at that time. Would be unbelievable at 47 to re-win it. And Rolly has it, so that makes Rolly the front runner. 24th, 31st, January is the goal.
Rolly Romero, as we know, he has his own persona, right? He talks a lot. He gives us a show in every single fight.
Let's talk legacy. This part hits deep. With Canelo stepping out of the spotlight, Mexico is hungry for its next boxing hero. Enter Pitbull Cruz. Gibbons lays out how this moment could crown the new face of Mexican boxing. The pressure, the pride, the timing, it all lines up. Cruz isn't just fighting Roach. He's fighting for a nation's spotlight.
He's kind of brought it down a little bit recently because if I'm not mistaken, he's also said he kind of like found himself with Christ, which is, it's a good thing. Got to applaud him for that. But I just can't see Rolly going in there and being disrespectful to Manny, because I'm sure he used to watch him and admire his fight. So what kind of Rolly Romero are we expecting once that fight?
I think you'll get a Rolly, not a disrespectful, but you're going to get a Rolly going to tell you real simple, hey, old man, 47, my time, not getting beat by. He was a legend in his time, my time. Rolly's classy enough, and he says crazy shit that...
Now here comes the twist. Manny Pacquiao announces a return to the ring, and suddenly Rolly Romero's name shoots to the top. Gibbons gives it straight. The belt makes Rolly the frontrunner. No fluff. No maybe. It's all business. Pacquiao's comeback isn't just nostalgia, it's strategic. And if it's Romero across the ring, then we've got fireworks.
That it's not, and he could say things that other people you'd say, oh, that's a little whatever, but it's Rolly like Broner, right? They both sold things in different ways. So he's going to be respectful, but it's my time, my moment. He ain't making history with me taking the belt. I think it would be a tremendous promotion. Mario Barrios, a nice guy, but too nice. You know what I mean? You need somebody to be the bad guy in this stuff.
Yeah. And it kind of like surprises me for a moment, because with that Ryan fight, with Rolly was just in the background staying quiet because they were talking about Ryan versus Devin, the rematch take place. Rolly was just sitting there not saying much, won that fight. Now we're like, well, what's next for Rolly? Now this fight with Manny Pacquiao is going to present itself.
Here's where boxing gets beautifully messy. Styles make fights, and Gibbons dissects exactly why Rolly versus Manny is unpredictable, dangerous, and downright exciting. Rolly's energy, Manny's awkward brilliance, and their contrasting mindsets make for a high-stakes chess match. This isn't just talk, it's a deep dive into what could go down inside the ropes. One mistake.
It's like you got to applaud what Rolly's doing right now at the moment in boxing, and he got a lot of criticism.
But that's why we love boxing, because he could lose to Pitbull Cruz, right? Mm-hmm. And Ryan could beat all the guys, but then Rolly comes back and beats Ryan, so now he's the man. It's similar to when Isak lost to Jose Valenzuela, right? It wasn't because Valenzuela was a better fighter, but the style he used that night was effective, even though we won the fight. I really believe we won the fight 7-5. So that's what I mean. Ryan's style, Rolly's style against Ryan, the left hook was perfect for him. Manny's a lot different, a lot awkward, whatever. So it's a real simple boxing. It's different styles, how they match up, how they come together. So that's why I think Manny still has enough in the feet and the hand speed to give Rolly, you saw what Ishmael Barroso was doing to him. Ryan, who's very stand-up, right, and kind of here, he was just open. Ryan just had a bad night. So it's weird. A beats B, B beats A beats C, C beats...
It's like,
yeah.
Well,
so
he beat him, but he was supposed to face him, but he could be...
But I'm saying he beat a great guy, but then he came back and lost to this guy.
Yeah.
But it's like you lost to Pitbull, but you beat the man in Ryan at the time. So that's why I think Rolly is definitely a fun fight with Manny.
Last one for me. When the fight got announced with Manny Pacquiao with Barrios, a lot of people were shocked. I was a little bit stunned because win, lose, or draw for Manny, I don't think there's nothing that he needs to prove.
Alright guys, let's end on a note that hits home. Why does Manny Pacquiao keep fighting? Gibbons gives the raw answer. Because it's who he is. 30 years in, a legend with nothing to prove, yet still chasing greatness. It's not about the money. It's about the love, the purpose, the fire that never went out. Icons like Manny don't fade quietly. The roar. Thanks for watching.
He's an icon. He's a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. Everything, all the above. Why the fans keep on questioning why is he still fighting? He just wants to add more accolades to his career, or what is it? Obviously, because him.
He'll tell you it's what I do. I've done it for 30 years. I like to fight. I feel I can still do it. I can still do it at a high level, and that's it. It's plain and simple. It's not the money. Money is always a driving factor at the end of the day, but like what else? You know, he does so much, right? He does so much for people, helps, gives back. But he feel, you know, like if he feels he can compete, which he showed he could, that's what he likes to do. He just likes to fight.
I can't wait to find out that once the opponent's announced for Manny Pacquiao on January 24th, and excited to always see him because regardless, it's still Manny.
Still
There's
fun
those
to watch.
flashbacks. But Sean, thank you so much for speaking with Fight Hub TV. Thank you so
Appreciate
much.
it. Thank you.
See you in a couple of
Okay.
in about 2 months.